Hey guys, it's Saint here. Back at you with another video on hunting. As you can see, I already went from 10 to 20 hunting. It actually only took me about I want to say 5 to 6 hours with this spot that I was hunting at. I'm going to show you this spot. One thing to note that I didn't do when I got to this spot, I didn't have my journeyman hunting bow on me, so I had to run all the way back to town to go buy a journeyman hunting bow. So definitely just make sure that you have your journeyman hunting bow, or not your journeyman, your apprentice hunting bow. I'm sorry, I didn't have my apprentice hunting bow when I got to this spot. So I had to run all the way back to town to buy an apprentice hunting bow, and then I had to run all the way back to the spot to then farm my hunting. Um, as you can see, I still have my apprentice hunting bow. I don't have my journeyman one yet. Um, Everybody's selling them for like 4 gold right now, and I just don't have 4 gold to spend on a journeyman hunting bow. So the next video is probably going to be a little delayed, as far as when it gets made. But it is what it is. I just got to get some gold somehow, somehow, some way. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the video. So the spot we're going to be grinding here is at the Baineswood Cemetery. If you're So last time we started in Lionhold and we just went south. If you're in Lionhold, you just want to go east. Follow the road east until you get to Baineswood Cemetery. Um, this is a pretty good spot to farm levels, I would say. As far as getting money back on return, probably not so great. But today we're going to be farming these silkworm larvae, or larvae, whatever you want to call them. They're everywhere around the cemetery. One thing to note too is there are mobs that attack you in the cemetery. Spiders, wolves, stuff like that. At nighttime, there's the goblin grave robbers. So you definitely want to be careful. Oh, there are at during the daytime there are deer in here too. This is one of the deer spawn. I'll show you another deer spawn. Another deer spawn is down here in the Gravewood Cemetery. Gravewood, right? Grave, yeah, Baineswood Cemetery. Another deer spawn is down here. There's also another deer spawn down here. And another deer spawn down here. And from what I can tell, these deer spawns do spawn tameable deer. So if you wanted to, while you're doing your route around picking up the larvae, you can hunt the deer as well. There's a wolf spawn that spawns right here during the day. I know it's during night, so it's not a very, you know, I'm not really showing you where the spawns are. I'm just kind of telling you. Spider spawn right here. The spider spawn does spawn tameable spiders, so you can spawn the tameable spiders as well. One thing to note with that wolf pack that spawns over there, the wolf pack does not, from what I've noticed, give you a tameable wolf. So don't try to sit there and farm the wolves and try to get a tameable wolf, because they just don't. They just don't spawn one. But I'm going to kind of show you the route that I take during the day. I usually don't farm this at night because of the zombies. They're kind of just annoying. But you can do whatever you want. If you wanna farm during the day, farm during the night, you can. Just know during the day there are more animals that'll spawn. I might die here. There are more animals that'll spawn here that you can farm, or spiders, not just animals. So I'm just gonna leave this area, kind of show you the path that I take. It probably would have been easier to show you during the daytime, but I was just here during the night, so this is just what we're working with. So usually the path that I take, I'll start over here on the west side of the Bainswood Cemetery. Let me get this guy off of me real quick. So the reason why I start over here is because there's a silkworm larvae spawn right here. There's a silkworm larvae spawn right over here. And when you go inside, I usually go from the left side. I'll usually go left and then all the way around. So I'll go from the left because there's another larvae spawn on this little bridge here that I'll get. But before I hit that larvae spawn, I'll get the deer that are over here. I know they're not there right now, but during the daytime there will be deer. I'll get the deer, I'll get this larvae spawn, I'll go down, I'll get this deer spawn. Then I'll keep going straight. There's, I want to say 2 larvae spawns right here. Like one right here, one right here. And then there's a larvae spawn. There's more deer right here. I'll farm this deer. There's a larvae spawn right up here. There's another larvae spawn right here. And then I believe there's another larvae spawn right here. Yeah, there is. Okay. So right there. So there's 3 back to back to back right there. You want to keep going. There's one right here. You want to make sure you go all the way up this ramp, up this rock, because there's a larvae spawn here. Once you hit that larvae spawn, you can come over here to the spiders, kill the spiders, tame a spider if there's a tameable spider. Hit this larvae spawn. Then you want to go inwards a little bit. Get this larvae spawn. There are spawners for spiders up here as well, and wolves. The wolves don't give you any spawner, so don't worry about killing. Well, don't worry about like getting a spider, a wolf spawner. And then you just want to follow this path left again. Up here, there will be bear spawners. There's a larvae spawner right next to the bear spawners. And then if you go up here, there's 2 more larvae spawners. One right here. And then I believe during the day there's like one up here. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, nope, there it is. It's right there. Then you want to come back down. I'm gonna come back down this little ramp after you gotten all those larvae. I believe there's one in here during the daytime. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. But then I pretty much just come back and do it all again. Just go in a circle. Because this will put you right back at the spawn at the start where we started. So then you'll get this larvae spawn again. You'll come over here and get this larvae spawn again. I will say, with all the animals, and especially if you're doing this at night, you can skip the section that has the bears at it if you're not strong enough to kill the bears. That's totally fine, because the bears are kind of tanky. They do kind of a lot of damage, I guess. This probably would have been a lot easier to show you during the daytime, because not as many. There's none of these grave diggers and bone rattlers. Those guys do not spawn during the daytime. So don't think that you're just gonna be, running around, running for your life while you're trying to get these. If you spawn them, if you run this during the daytime, then you you'll have a lot better of a you'll have a lot better of a time. During the nighttime, it's kind of annoying, but it's, yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, I never did it at nighttime. Usually during the nighttime when I'm hunting, I'll just go fish and get my fishing up, because nighttime is just, for some reason, nighttime hunting is just annoying. Usually there's not a lot, not enough spawns and stuff like that. It does seem like the larvae spawn during the daytime and the nighttime in mostly all the spots. I did notice a few spots when we were doing the circle, the loop, that the larvae weren't spawning in. So there are spawns, there are more larvae spawns, that they spawn in. But before I end this video, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these 2 larvae and show you how much XP that they give you per larvae. So this one is gonna give us, well, let's wait and see. We get a blue silkworm cocoon, and it gives us 758 XP. And to note, I'm already at level 20 hunting, so this is still a lot of XP for me. To be honest, this may even be a good spot to farm until you're at least 25. You could probably farm this spot until you're 30. Just know these silkworm cocoons don't really sell that well. As of right now, people aren't really buying them. And also, if you do have your hunting bags, when you farm the silkworm cocoons, they don't go into your hunting bag. You can put them in there, but they don't go in there by default, which is something I feel like it's not right. I feel like it's not right. I feel like it should go in there. So if you're expecting extra, slots for putting them in the hunting satchel, they don't give you extra slots. They still stack up to 20. So by the time I got to 20, I probably had, I want to say, 8 or 9 stacks of 20 silkworm cocoons, just the white ones. But yeah, this is pretty much where I farmed to get to 20 from 10. And like I said, this was way faster than farming from 1 to 10. 1 to 10 was such a grind, such a grind. One thing I didn't note that somebody did comment on my last video, on the 1 to 10 grind and on the 10 to 20 grind, basically any grind that you're doing for hunting, you can get these scrolls, the scrolls of gathering experience, and they'll give you more gathering experience when you're hunting. So definitely look into getting those. Those are pretty cheap. I think I bought these for like 2 silver a piece. That's basically nothing. And they last 180 minutes. You might as well grab them. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I would definitely, with the final thing to say, I would definitely do this farm at daytime. A, because the goblins aren't there. B, the deer spawn. There's 4 deer spawn that you can spawn and also get deers if you're trying to level up your animal husbandry as well. And C, there's just more larvae spawns during the daytime. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks for watching this guide. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up if it helped you in any way. I hope it does. I really appreciate everybody who watched the last video. It's almost up to 600 views. That far surpasses any video that I've ever made. Granted, I haven't made a lot of videos, so that also could be why. But yeah, thanks for checking this video out, and I hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So yeah, peace.